In the ancient lands of Canaan, a storm of war raged. The Israelites, oppressed for 20 long years under the iron fist of King Jabin and his commander, Sisera, cried out for deliverance. The prophetess Deborah, a voice of divine courage, rose to lead them. She summoned Barak, a commander of Israel. With a bold command, "Lead 10,000 men to Mount Tabor, for the Lord would deliver Sisera into his hands." But Barak, filled with apprehension, would only go if Deborah went with him. She agreed, but foretold that the honor of victory would not be his. Instead, the Lord would deliver Sisera into the hands of a woman. The stage was set for a confrontation that would echo through history. The battle commenced. At the Kisian River, the armies clashed. Sisera, with his 900 iron chariots, a symbol of unbeatable power, faced the foot soldiers of Israel. But a divine intervention turned the tide. The heavens fought, the stars in their courses battled against Sisera. A torrential downpour turned the battlefield into a quagmire, rendering the mighty chariots useless. Panic seized Sisera's army, and they were utterly routed. Sisera, the feared commander, abandoned his chariot and fled on foot, a desperate man seeking refuge from the unstoppable wave of Israelite victory. His reign of terror was crumbling with every frantic step. Exhausted and hunted, Sisera's flight led him to a seemingly safe haven, the tent of Heber the Kenite. The Kenites were at peace with King Jabin, so Sisera thought he had found an ally. At the entrance of the tent stood Jael, Heber's wife. She saw the desperate commander approaching and went out to meet him. "Come, my lord," she said, her voice a calm oasis in the chaos of his flight. "Come right in. Don't be afraid." She guided him into the cool darkness of her tent, a place that promised rest and safety. Sisera, weary to the bone, stumbled inside, his heart still pounding with the adrenaline of his escape. He was a predator, now brought low, seeking shelter in the den of a stranger. Inside the tent, the air was thick with unspoken tension. "I'm thirsty," Sisera rasped. "Please give me some water." Jael, ever the gracious host, did more than he asked. She opened a skin of milk, a richer, more soothing drink, and gave it to him. As he drank, his exhausted body began to relax. "Stand at the door of the tent," he commanded her. "If anyone comes and asks, 'Is there a man here?' say no." He lay down, and Jael covered him with a heavy rug, cocooning him in warmth and darkness. The milk, the quiet, the enveloping comfort all worked their magic. The mighty warrior, the terror of Israel, drifted into a deep, profound sleep. The hunter was now the hunted, and the sanctuary had become a trap. In the heavy silence of the tent, Jael moved with a chilling purpose. The fate of her people, the prophecy of Deborah, rested on her shoulders. She quietly took a tent peg, a common, everyday tool used to secure her home against the desert winds. In her other hand, she grasped a workman's hammer. The sleeping giant, the enemy of her people, lay vulnerable before her. Time seemed to slow. Every sound was magnified, the soft shuffle of her feet, the whisper of fabric, the rhythmic breathing of the sleeping man. She approached him, her shadow falling over his still form. There was no hesitation, only a cold, steely resolve. This was not an act of hospitality, but an act of war. With a final, silent prayer, Jael raised the hammer. The dim light glinted off the metal as it arced through the air. In one swift, powerful motion, she drove the tent peg through Sisera's temple, pinning his head to the very ground he had sought for refuge. The war ended not with the clash of swords on a battlefield, but with a hammer and a nail in the quiet intimacy of a woman's tent. Just then, Barak arrived in pursuit. Jael went out to meet him. "Come," she said, "I will show you the man you're looking for." She led him inside, and there lay Sisera dead, with the tent peg through his temple. Deborah's prophecy was fulfilled. A woman had been given the honor. Jael's name would be sung for generations, a symbol of courage, cunning, and righteous deliverance. This incredible story shows how courage can be found in the most unexpected places. If you were captivated by this tale of bravery and divine justice, make sure to subscribe to our channel. We bring ancient stories to life every week. Click that subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you never miss a new video. Thank you for watching.